Rebecca Corium seemed to have hit the jackpot. In her early 20s, she worked for one of the largest companies in the world, Disney, and her workplace was a cruise ship. Rebecca traveled between paradisiacal ports, taking care of passengers' children and exploring new countries. However, her dream job ended in tragedy with her mysterious death. To this day, no one knows what happened to her on board, as Disney has withheld some information. The question remains, why? Rebecca Corium came from Chester, England. Born in March 1987, she grew up in a close-knit family. Her parents loved Rebecca, her sister Rachel, and their two foster brothers dearly. Even as the children grew up, they maintained close contact. In 2010, Rebecca graduated with a degree in sports science. Her true passion was working with children. As a teenager, she loved taking care of her younger foster brothers. In summer 2010, she discovered a job offer from Disney, seeking animators for their U.S. cruises to entertain and supervise children during various activities. The position seemed perfect for Rebecca, who had experience working in a zoo and a hotel in her hometown and had completed a 4-month sports camp in the USA. Despite tough competition, Rebecca was invited for an interview with Disney in London in June 2010. She performed well and soon received a job offer. Rebecca began her training in Florida, preparing for her work on the cruise ship. By late 2010, she started working on cruises between Florida and the Bahamas. Disney was pleased with her performance and offered her new contracts after her initial work period. In early 2011, Rebecca returned to England for a 2-month break but was set to work on the Disney Wonder for routes between Los Angeles and Mexico, and later between Alaska and Vancouver. Unfortunately, she never made it to the latter route. Magic meets the sea is the slogan of Disney Cruises. On March 21, 2011, the Disney Wonder set sail, planning to dock in Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas. The ship carried 2,400 passengers and 945 crew members, including Rebecca, who performed her usual duties. Rebecca contacted her parents via Facebook Messenger on March 21, 2011, promising to call the next day. However, the next day, her parents received a call from another Disney Cruise Line employee informing them that Rebecca hadn't shown up for her shift and was missing. Fearing she might have gone overboard, both the U.S. and Mexican Coast Guards searched the route of the Disney Wonder. On board, Rebecca's colleagues also searched for her. Surveillance footage showed Rebecca at 5:45 a.m. on Deck 1, appearing stressed while using a crew phone. She told a colleague who approached her that she was fine, but she was never seen again. Since the Disney Wonder is registered in the Bahamas, the investigation fell under Bahamian jurisdiction. A single Bahamian police officer conducted the investigation, which started 3 days after Rebecca's disappearance. The officer spent only 1 day on the ship, interviewing a few crew members but no passengers, as the ship had already set sail again. Rebecca's parents were allowed on board to collect her belongings. They were told by the captain that a wave might have swept Rebecca overboard from Deck 5, where flip-flops supposedly belonging to her were found. However, these flip-flops did not match Rebecca's style, were too large, and had another person's name on them. Both the U.S. and Mexican Coast Guards searched the sea, but Rebecca remained missing. Her last known whereabouts were captured by surveillance cameras at 5:45 a.m. on March 22, 2011. She was seen talking on a crew phone, appearing distressed. The investigation, primarily handled by a Bahamian officer, was criticized for its lack of thoroughness. The officer spent only a day on board, interviewing a few crew members but no passengers. Disney's explanation of a wave sweeping Rebecca overboard was unconvincing to her family, as the sea was calm and the deck railings were high. Moreover, Rebecca was seen using a crew phone and appeared upset just before she vanished. 2 months after her disappearance, Rebecca's credit card was used, though details were not disclosed. A year later, a witness claimed to have seen Rebecca in Venice with a dark-haired man, but without her passport, this sighting remained questionable. Six years after Rebecca's disappearance, Tracy Emily, a colleague from the Disney Wonder, revealed that she and Rebecca had been in a relationship. Tracy described Rebecca as her first love, helping her understand her sexuality. However, their relationship had complications, including jealousy and arguments. Tracy mentioned that on March 17, 2011, Rebecca saw her with her ex-boyfriend Devin, leading to a significant fight. Tracy recounted that Rebecca was deeply upset, claiming to have attempted suicide by trying to jump off the ship, but failing. On the night of March 21st, Tracy, Rebecca, and Devin had a sexual encounter, after which Rebecca went for a walk and never returned. Tracy was not questioned thoroughly by the police, but shared her story with the Bahamian investigator. Disney's theory of a tragic accident did not convince Rebecca's family. The calm sea conditions and the height of the deck railings made the accident unlikely. Additionally, Rebecca was scheduled to call her parents the next day, which they believed indicated she had no intention of harming herself. The investigation faced criticism for its handling. Only a few crew members were interviewed, and no passengers were questioned. Surveillance footage and other critical information were not shared with the family, raising suspicions of a cover-up. Some speculated that Rebecca might have been a victim of foul play, possibly involving other crew members or passengers. A private detective hired by Rebecca's family believed that a crime had occurred but did not disclose specific details. In 2014, Rebecca's parents sued Disney, alleging negligence. The case was settled out of court in 2017. Over a decade later, Rebecca's disappearance remains a mystery, with many unanswered questions and lingering doubts about the investigation's integrity. The case of Rebecca Corium highlights significant concerns about safety and transparency on cruise ships. Whether she met with an accident, took her own life, or was a victim of foul play, the truth remains elusive. Disney's handling of the situation, focused on protecting its brand, leaves many questions unanswered. Rebecca's family continues to seek closure, hoping that one day the truth will come to light.